no, like I want to do this. There's nothing else that I want to do. Like, in South Africa, it doesn't happen to us, you know?
Everything that's been happening has shocked me.
The harsh truth about Tyla and any other artist determined to make it is you can't stop what God has planned for you, no matter what they say about you.
Counting blessings by the dozen, ooh, I'm God's child.
Tyla has made a gigantic splash globally and is officially crossed into household name territory. When we see new artists burst onto the scene, we either become enamored by their presence or we question the authenticity, and even at times, a combination of both. However, Tyla has been waiting on this moment for a very long time and has dedicated most of her life working towards making this dream a reality. The Johannesburg native is the newest viral sensation. Water is currently number 16 on the Billboard Hot 100 with a peak position of number 7 and has spent 22 weeks on the Billboard chart according to Charts Africa. The video has over 100 million views and her debut album is slated to arrive later this month. She has chart-topping success and has been seen in fashion partnerships with the likes of Gap and even won a Grammy. All at the age of 21, Tyla put the hours into learning how to package herself authentically to an audience that would be receptive. It didn't happen fast, but it happened at the right time.
It feels so amazing. Like I'm finally reaping the rewards.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just happy. I'm taking it all in, thanking God every day, you know.
Tyla also says, I remember being small, writing songs and making videos and posting it on Instagram. Like maybe 12 or 13, I started writing songs and singing them for my family.
Maybe like 12, 13, like I started writing songs and singing it for my family and posting it.
Tyla got into more depth about the development process in an interview with Interview Mag. She says, it definitely happened over time. My last year of school, every single weekend, I would go to my manager's house with my best friend Thedo, and we'd make music. One day I'll make a trap song, another day I'll make a pop and R&B song. I was on the search to find the sound that sits with me. One day we ended up making Getting Late, because I just wanted to make an Amapiano song. At the time, Amapiano had just started playing on the radio and it's going crazy, but there weren't that many people singing on it. So I wanted to put my own twist on it because I've always been influenced by pop and R&B. Since then, I've been working on that sound, fusing pop, R&B, and African music like Afro-pops and Amapiano. And I feel like I've reached a point where I've created something new. We are in an interesting time where the world is becoming more aware of sounds that was once unfamiliar. We can thank TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube, and every other app that makes music discovery from all pockets of the world easy and accessible. Latin and African music, being such an important sound in today's music, has made consumers hungry for a fresh sound, and it's opened the world to artists like Tyla, who have become the perfect representation of what can happen when talent meets opportunity. Tyla says, I was always a huge dreamer. I never wanted to be just a local South African artist. I always wanted to be on the biggest stages, traveling the world. Tyla comes from a very musically gifted and inclined family who enriched her with the gifts she's showcasing now. In the age of the internet, showcasing these gifts are as easy as pressing a button, but that doesn't mean that an artist will immediately rise to the top. However, with determination, the cards will eventually be in their favor. Tyla told Office Mag, ever since I was a baby, I remember being surrounded by music just because of my family being such musical people. When I was in school and finally got a phone, I remember I would just make singing videos and post it on Instagram and send it to whoever, like whatever celebrity I could send it to, like Drake and Rihanna and all these people. I didn't get a response, but still, I was determined.
I was always that girl singing for everyone, every competition, every talent show. I was
so
there.
you knew you wanted this?
Yeah.
Like this was a dream?
From the beginning, like,
Really?
and my mind never changed. Like I always knew that I was gonna do
Yeah,
that.
like you just have to go for it. If it doesn't end up working out, at least you know.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I wouldn't be able to live with myself
Right?
not trying and knowing that this could have happened.
Tyla in the present day has been compared to Rihanna regarding the potential she has to be a global superstar. Rihanna's story and success has been an inspiration to many, so it's no surprise that while Tyla was figuring out her identity as a youth, she modeled herself after Rihanna to achieve a level of success that hardly happens for people that come from Tyla's hometown.
They're not surprised that I'm doing it,
Right.
but they're surprised with the success because, I mean, a girl from South Africa, this doesn't happen all the time.
Like, this wasn't really possible at the age when I was coming up as an artist. It wasn't something that was realistic, and I made it a reality. She says to Interview Mag, I always attach myself to songs, not specific artists. But I do remember loving the story of Rihanna because she came from outside of America. It made me feel like my dream was achievable because, like I said, it's not something that happens every day for us. My whole family wanted to be stars, and it didn't happen for them. Tyla's family knew she was talented, but it's an entirely different understanding when it comes to making musicianship a career.
Was the family always supportive?
Yeah, they were, but when I told them I wanted it to be my career, then they were like,
Yeah.
Tyla's parents were hesitant at the idea of Tyla being a professional musician, but they saw something in her and allowed her 1 year to pursue music full time.
So when I finished school, I told my parents like, hey, I want to do this for real. And it was a struggle.
Oh, yeah.
It was definitely a struggle, but eventually they were like, okay, I'll give you a year.
In that year, Tyla saw a level of progress in her career that was nothing short of divine timing. The window of opportunity opened up and she took full advantage of it.
Even fetch my certificates. I was like, hey, okay, I'm done now. Let me grind with this music thing.
As things start to progress positively for an artist, it feels like the energy of the universe is rotating in the favor of that artist. And the momentum was rolling for Tyla. She just needed the perfect record to skyrocket her to the place that she always wanted to be. That record would be Water.
Make me sweat, make me harder, make me...
My choreographer ended up coming up with the dance, and I learned it, and then one day I was like, I'm gonna pour water down my back. I was going for it.
Yeah,
like I was like, we need to promote the song.
Yeah.
Let's do it. And then I did it on stage and it went crazy.
Blew up.
Crazy.
A beautiful and enchanting record that was accompanied with a dance and sound that became infectious to the masses. The water dance is actually Bacardi, the dance style in Pretoria. But no, the history dates back to at least around 2012. It comes from Amapiano, which is Zulu for the piano. It's a style of fire music that emerged in South Africa in 2012. Amapiano is a hybrid of deep house, jazz, and lounge music, characterized by synths, airy pads, and wide percussive bass lines. It is distinguished by high-pitched piano melodies, kwaito bass lines, low-tempo 90s South African house rhythms, and percussions from another local subgenre of the house known as Bacardi. The record Water catapulted Tyla into a spot that hasn't been occupied by a South African artist in 55 years. Tyla says, when I finished Water, I felt it in my spirit that it was going to be crazy. I know people are loving the sound, which is amazing, but to South Africans, it's not just a genre, it's in our souls.
It just shows how far this song has traveled and how it's impacted people, and it's literally a sound from Africa.
I'm always fascinated by an artist's songwriting process, and I remember her sharing the process about how her song Been Thinking came together. She says, we made that song the first time I came to America, and Tricky Stewart came out for a session. Tricky just showed us a beat, and we were looking for an upbeat pop song, and it caught all of our attention. When the label heard it, instantly they were like, we are dropping this next. And it took off for her. Not one artist's journey and story is the same. And despite the fact that every facet of the entertainment and music industry faces oversaturation, we may think that everything has already been done before. And that's when an artist breaks through. That's when an artist figures out what they can do differently. How can they package their marketing differently? And what does that type of experimentation in real time even look like? Well, in this era, it looks exactly what Tyla did. She says, social media has taken over, and I've noticed that people's attention spans aren't that long anymore. People like watching short videos, so with my music, I love creating small videos that I hope will trend. She also says in Interview Mag, because I've been on social media throughout my whole life, I've kind of figured out what people like seeing, so I use that to my advantage when promoting a song. Tyla speaks about where this determination comes from in an interview. She says, I feel like it just comes from my passion and love for music, and creating in this whole life that I've envisioned ever since I was younger. Like, I'm the person that when I want something, I'm going to fight for it.
I've been so ready, I really believe in myself, and I know that people are hungry for something new.
Yeah.
Millions of views later, that leads us to the present, the debut album from Tyla. Tyla talks about her debut album with the Grammys.
My debut album drops in March. I've never released a project before. I've been working on it for over 2 years now, so I'm super proud of it. I've been perfecting my sound.
She recorded over 80 songs for this album. Everything that's been happening has shocked me, honestly. Like, I've always dreamed of this. I had a feeling. I feel like God called me to do this. But the fact that all of this is happening, Grammy nomination, Billboard Hot 100, like, it just keeps piling on. I'm just excited, really. It seems that Tyla has been preparing her whole life for this moment, and outside of featuring Travis Scott on the remix of Water, she has done no wrong for me, and even that, slow jokey joke. But I'm extremely excited for her album on March 22nd, and I'm sad to hear that she will be canceling her tour dates due to a long sustained injury that she's been dealing with for a while. So prayers to Tyla. But it seems that like her team is down packed. She has the right energy around her. She has the music. She has her entire country behind her. So her future is looking bright, and I expect her to do everything that she says she's going to do and everything that she's manifesting for herself in her life. So this has been a joy to review. I hope you have a wonderful evening, wonderful day, wonderful morning. See you, Lavinos. Always, I'll be safe. Shwee.